Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a top 10 today. Today's top 10 is the top 10 most underrated rock songs, in my personal opinion. Got a special guest as well. We've got Kusa the cat. He's joining us on today's video, so he'll be giving his input as well at some point, we'll see. And as always guys, if you're new to the channel or if you've just come across this video by chance, firstly, thank you very much for clicking on it. Secondly, please remember to subscribe to the channel. We put out new content almost every week. We do music reviews, do live covers, and we do other music-based videos as well. So just remember to subscribe guys, and of course if you liked the video, please hit thumbs up, and of course let us know down in the comments below what your favourite rock song is. Let's get cracking. Right guys, so let's get this top 10 off to an amazing start. So the first track, number 10 of the list, is a song called Overcome by Creed. Now, Creed being a huge part of my childhood, and probably many others of people that are listening to this or watching this video right now who are more or less around my age. I'm 29 by the way. Creed, yeah, big massive part of my childhood, and this particular song strikes more of a pose to me than any of the other tracks, purely because it's from the last ever album that the band made. Now this was before all the instrumentalists of Creed buggered off and went on to create Alter Bridge with Miles Kennedy, and then Scott Stapp went his own way and joined Art of Anarchy back in 2016. So the album Full Circle, released in 2009, definitely worth a listen. Absolutely brilliant album, some really nice songs in there, and this is actually my favourite track from that album. So this song is called Overcome by Creed. This is number 10. Number 9 guys is a bit of an odd one. I'd still classify it as rock to a certain degree, but it's more sort of verging on the lines of heavy metal. This band is called Nimac, and the song is called Death Box. Now this particular song was a song that I was introduced to when I was a lot younger. I think I was maybe around 18 or 19 years old when a guy at college introduced me to this track. I don't really know too much about the band, but it's one of those songs I go back to time and time again, just because it's an all-round brutal, thrashy, sort of new metal track. Plenty of screaming, plenty of guitars, plenty of amazing drums. Give this a listen guys, and if you feel like checking out the band as well, I'd highly recommend that as well. At number 8 guys, probably from a brand that you may or may not have heard of. The band is called British Sea Power, and the track's called It Ended on an Oily Stage. This is from their 2005 album Open Season. Really amazing album. Again, just like the previous song, this track was introduced to me while I was at college. That's one of the great things about education, not so much learning things, but also, you know, you get to discover new music from your peers and things like that. So again, always keep an open mind. But this song was one that really stood out to me, just because it's happy yet sort of melancholy at the same time as well. Really amazing band, and again, definitely worthwhile a listen to if you're into this sort of indie sort of rock music. So anyway guys, next on the list, this is It Ended on an Oily Stage by British Sea Power. Enjoy.
I wrote elegiac stanzas for you. I hope and pray that they come true. He found God in a parking lot, and you did not.
Moving on to number 7 now guys. This is by a band called Alter Bridge, who subsequently contain the last remaining 3 members of Creed, which was our number 10 song. I actually discovered Alter Bridge shortly after Creed sort of went on their hiatus. I wondered what had happened, found out there was this new band called Alter Bridge, had a listen, and yeah, absolutely brilliant. I find Alter Bridge sort of maintain and retain a lot of that classic Creed sound, a lot of the classic Creed chords. Obviously there's a lot of Creed influence on Alter Bridge due to having 3 members from the original band, and obviously, you know, Mark Tremonti, absolutely famous riff writer, But this song, particularly Make It Right, is just an absolute stonker. Such an amazing tune. Again, guys, if you haven't heard of Outerbridge, please go check them out. Amazing, amazing band. So this is Make It Right by Outerbridge, number 7.
How many tears will you waste while finding the truth? Into the fire you fall. If only you could make it right. Stand up and fight for resolve.
Number 6, guys, The Architects. Who doesn't love The Architects? This track's called Early Grave. It's from their album Hollow Crown. Not a huge fan of The Architects. A lot of their music's just a bit too strong for me. It's a bit too... However, this particular song just seemed to hit all the right buttons as far as my love for sort of heavy metal is concerned. I don't even know if I would class this as heavy metal. However, this track, Early Grave, absolutely brilliant tune, really, really powerful, heavy, straight to the point, no faffing about, just a right meaty meathead of a song. So yeah, check this out. This is Early Grave by The Architects. This is number 6. Now we're on to number 5, guys. Band called Interpol, one of my favourite all-time bands. We're heading back towards that sort of indie, sort of alternative rock era, early to mid-2000s. And this is from their first ever studio album called Turn on the Bright Lights, well, minus their self-titled studio EP called Interpol of the same year. Recorded in 2002, really, really great album. This track is called PDA, and for those that have never really heard of Interpol, would highly recommend you check out as much as you can, to be honest with you, because every single album, apart from maybe El Pintor in 2014, that they've churned out, has just been amazing. My second favourite album would be Our Love to Admire in 2007. Really, really amazing band. But yeah, if you want to check out Interpol, start off with their first album, Turn on the Bright Lights. Really, really amazing album, some amazing tracks in there. Check out Slow Hands as well, really, really great tune. But yeah, so this is PDA by Interpol. This is number 5. Now guys, we're on to the top 4 now. This is where things start getting really, really interesting. These are bands that you're about to be explained to. I'm about to explain these particular bands are bands that I've only really discovered as of late. I'm talking within the last sort of 10 years, not bands that I would associate with my childhood, but more with my early 20s and going on from there. So obviously these bands mean a lot to me. So number 4, a band called the Black Crowes. My favourite track by them is called Thorn in My Pride. Now, the Black Crowes was discovered by chance by an older friend of mine back when I lived in Scotland, who had one of their tracks on from their album Amorica, and the track was called Descending. And the reason I just instantly fell in love with this band is because they have this really, really sort of country rock sound, sort of deep south sound. Their pianist is amazing. The whole band are just an absolute riot, but everything they seem to do just works beautifully. So this track is called Thorn in My Pride. It's from their 1992 album The Southern Harmony, A Musical Companion. The Black Crowes, I'm not too sure if they're about anymore. Obviously they're sort of early 90s. Really, really amazing band, sort of one of a kind. You know, you'll never hear a band quite like the Black Crowes. So again, definitely worthwhile a listen. Go check them out, guys. I promise you won't be disappointed. So anyway, yeah, this is Thorn in My Pride by the Black Crowes. And we're now on to number 3, guys. We're sort of now delving into my main staple as far as my music taste is concerned, which is progressive rock. So the next few bands that you're going to hear till the number 1 spot again, super important to me, absolutely all-time faves, and I can't recommend them enough. So number 3 is a song called We Got Used To Us by Riverside. Now Riverside are actually a Polish progressive rock band. They were formed in 2001. Really amazing band. This track's from The Shrine of the New Generation Slaves, which is one of my favourite albums by them, but again, every album is worthwhile checking out as well. But again, since obviously Peter Grudinsky died back in 2016, I'm not too sure if their sound's changed a little bit, because obviously he was our sort of main guitarist, but unfortunately, yeah, it's just the way things go. But obviously Riverside, huge favourite, and this is We Got Used To Us, so this is number 3. Enjoy, guys.
Silence falling between all the doors are locked, all the words unsaid, I'm still afraid of time. Started to keep ourselves at a distance that we could control, not too close, not too far.
Number 2. Okay, so the next 2 bands that you're going to be hearing up until the number 1 spot are my 2 all-time favourites, coincidentally featuring the same vocalist. And obviously, for those that know me, you've probably heard me ranting on about these guys and this particular person for the last however many years. But yeah, this is Blackfield. Stephen Wilson, yeah, and Aviv Geffen created this project, yeah, as a little side project, and it's just blown up. Yeah, Aviv's an absolutely amazing musician. He's really popular in Israel, and obviously, yeah, we've got Stephen Wilson, who is a musical wizard, and he's like an absolute god in my eyes. So yeah, Blackfield, absolutely amazing. Really tricky one to pick this number 2 spot, because every single album is amazing, every single song is amazing, and that is not a lie. I'm not just saying that. So obviously, yeah, the only one I could really think that would be worthy of the number 2 spot is from their self-titled album Blackfield 2, and this song is called Once. So this is a number 2 spot, guys, Blackfield and their song Once. You know, if there were drums close by, I would actually give you guys a little drum roll to the number 1 spot, but you know what? This was probably the hardest one to decide, because the band, I'm just going to tell you, is Porcupine Tree. Yes, Stephen Wilson's prodigy. Yeah, and the most difficult part for this number 1 spot, and of course it was going to be a Porcupine Tree song, I mean, why wouldn't it? Is because literally I'm in love with every single one of their songs. This is my all-time favourite band, all-time favourite song, like literally of all time. I cannot stress enough how much this band mean to me. And again, guys, if you haven't heard of Porcupine Tree, you should either A, go and check them out, or B, just shoot yourself in the head, because to be honest with you, until you've heard Porcupine Tree, your life ain't worth living. I can promise you that right now. But anyway, listen guys, let's do the number 1 spot. Yeah, this is a song called The Sound of Music by Porcupine Tree. It's from their 2002 album In Absentia. Amazing album. You need to please check these guys out. They're just on a whole new level. Unfortunately, they're not actually in circulation anymore. Yeah, they've stopped making music now. Everyone's went their own separate ways. Stephen Wilson still does his Blackfield stuff, but he also is a solo artist as well. Again, please check out Stephen Wilson's solo stuff as well. Now, these guys, in my opinion, are the absolute gods of prog rock. So have a listen to this little segment for the number 1 spot. Please pay special attention to the drums as well, because the drums are amazing. And yeah, guys, this is The Sound of Music by Porcupine Tree. Number 1 spot, well deserved win in my opinion.
No one cares
Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and having a look at this video. I really do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, and of course please let me know down in the comments below if there was any particular song in that list that you enjoyed more than others, and of course feel free to recommend some new artists, some new bands, some new music to me, because that's what music's all about, discovering new music. Guys, thank you once again. Please remember to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. Unfortunately, the cat didn't really have much input in this video because he's lazy bastard, such is life. Maybe he'll appear in the next video. So guys, next video we'll be doing in the next week or so stick around for that, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.